So, in 3, 2, 1... Boom. So guys, I am currently looking at the most recent video's comments, which is obviously the Is This Yellow, the character that we found obviously in the game, which gave us a good idea whether or not it could potentially be another long boy in the game, because we've already got green that's fairly long, and I thought, well, could you not bring in yellow, who's also got really long arms, and make them work together to get you? Now, I've got to say, I'm looking through the comments at the moment and I'm absolutely amazed with some of the theories you guys have come up with because they're so fun to read and also to kind of build upon. We're going to go through a few of them here because there's quite a few and some of them are quite detailed, which is obviously awesome that I get to read. I'm going to highlight them here and you can always pause the video to read them in your own time because I want to get to the actual content of this video, which is really, really exciting because I think we might have potentially another colour sussed. But before we go on to that, I have obviously arranged the comments to be from the top comments, which is obviously the most liked by yourselves, and I forgot to click this little heart here. Let's do that, so that's now done. For some reason, Murple's made it to the top again. Murple's just on the ball. But basically it says, the guy who said, then where was Purple made? Now, I remember this on the previous video of the comment because I'm pretty sure I read it, and as it goes, has a very good point. People can make lots of theories out of that, and I didn't even notice the black line, so people have a good eye for detail. Not to mention the bricks on the ceiling in that tunnel have a black brick and a cyan brick, so now we need ideas of what black and cyan look like. Thumbs up! And obviously he's then edited it going, just realised there was 4 monsters in chapter 1. Currently we know of 4 colours which are obviously teased and could possibly be added, with the colours being pink, yellow, black and cyan. So there's a chance each chapter will have 4 monsters, and obviously you guys have theorised a bit more over the top and obviously kind of make your point on what colours are in the rainbow which aren't, which is a very valid point because the game's called Rainbow Friends after all, so it kind of helps if the colours are in the rainbow, right? But obviously there was one other comment down here. Obviously you guys have really theorised a lot on these ones and I've responded to as many as I can, as I like to do with the comments. But there's one in particular which is further down which mentions about here, this one here. So the comments by this fella here with the lovely dog. Who else is waiting for a flying one? Possibly in chapter 2. And the face obviously doesn't really say he's too happy about it. It's more worried. But I'll be honest with you, the one that I found today I think might possibly be a flying character. So this is what I'm really excited about, obviously, to show you guys. Another one which is quite interesting by Monkey. When you are at the start of Rainbow Friends building, there are 5 pads with numbers on them. There is a blue, green, purple, orange and pink. Maybe pink was somewhere hidden in chapter 1. Or the order where you encounter a colour is a code. Now this here, I know I've highlighted the whole thing, let's try it again. This here is actually a very key point. I've obviously then responded with, it could be. Question is there a safe or something in the game? And someone has responded saying they saw a safe. If you go to Orange's hideout and leave, go left, then turn left again, you go into a small room and you'll see a safe, but he didn't try putting a code in. Now this is something that might be worth trying at a different time, and I might have a look at it and give it a go to see if there's anything from that. But just so you guys got a heads up, there is potentially a code you can put in a safe, but I don't know if that's true. And what we're going to do is head into the game now because there's some things I want to have a look at before we have a look at this new character. Okay, so we've hopped into Rainbow Friends at this point because I want to get into the game to have a look for a few things which may point towards this character that I've got for you today, which could be a potential candidate as a particular colour. And we'll get to that a bit later, obviously with more development of the character, but I'm curious to know if it could actually possibly be true. So we need to look for the little hints that I think I know where they are in the game, which we can get to in about 3 seconds. So this here, very quickly, that, I think that is possibly black. Now, I'm sure you could probably say it might be red, but I'm going to leave that for you guys to discuss in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. We're now in the game after like watching the intro for the 15,000th time, which I'm sure many of you can relate to because I'm sure most of you have played this game several times now, and yeah, you can't skip the intro, which is a real shame. But that's not part of this, and that doesn't matter that you can't skip it. What I care for is obviously coming out to have a look at a few things. Now, I'm going to just look at this cardboard cutout quick because obviously I thought this was just potentially just a happy version of blue, which is just the 2 eyes, there's no patch on there, and a smiley face with no drawl, which would mean that he hasn't gone under any operation or anything like that, which would cause him to have a potential kind of meltdown, I guess, like brain meltdown, but that's for something else to have a look at another point. Obviously, we've seen these before, so you've got the colours. This could be a potential code if we know the order that the monsters come out in each round. So what we're going to do is head down here. Because I remember, if I can find the right place, that A, I don't want blue to find me, because that would be weird and creepy. And B, I want the colourful room, which is just here, this tunnel. So I know we came here last time, but it seems absolutely ideal. But what we've got is all of these different colours, but there's only seems to be one reference completely out of all of these, which if you can see, they're all the different colours. but there's only one. There is one black stripe. Now, I don't know if that's on purpose or if they did that as a kind of a little bit of a kind of see if you can pick up on the details as we have. Likewise with these coloured bricks here, you've got the black coloured brick which lines up with the black paint. Now, this could be something or it could be completely nothing. That's the beauty of all this theory. So we are familiar with this area because we were here last time, obviously trying to diagnose the colours used for this particular message on the board, and as you can see, there was no black, there's no purple, and many other colours missing. Likewise with the colours on the floor, I will literally use the red, blue, green, yellow, and pink. That is, I would actually class that as a purple. That is a reference to me, that is a purple. I can hear blues nearby, but what I actually cared for is further up this hallway. And because blue's nearby, I don't really want to get out of my box at the moment. But while we just slowly creep up to where we are getting to now, which is just this picture here. This is one thing that's mentioned in a comment, which I didn't really pick up on, and probably most of you have, but it's always nice to see it, which is the fact that blue is smiling with no dribble, but also, more importantly, he's got both of his eyes. This is almost like a sign that this is before he had something done to him or something happened, which obviously caused him to have a patched eye and to kind of not be able to control the saliva in his mouth, as it were. This is just an interesting fact that I picked up on, and what I actually wanted to go and do is to head over to go and have a look at this new potential character. So this new potential character that I have found, I think will come under being black, which is obviously one which was no really reference to, but I think it fits this whole game very well. So what I'm going to do is go and load into the game to go and find this character for you, and then we can actually go and see what you guys think. So at this point, we're back in the game, B-Ticky and everything else. Now, I'll put the link for this game in the description below, so you guys can obviously come and have a look at the stuff that's here, because there's a lot of morphs here, and they're actually very good. So let's head over to the usual section, which is the I think it's called the beta morphs. Yes, it is. This one here. So they've done an update recently where they've added Orange, and apparently he's a tall Bambi. That's what Orange is a tall Bambi, and that's exactly what you want to know. Obviously, we've got the yellow model back there, which has got the same description on it. You've got blue in his current state, which is with the patched eye and the drool, you know, the iconic parts of blue at the moment. And then you've got purple, which is obviously, I assume, a prototype or just someone's creation that they've managed to bring into the game. So with Orange, he's, yeah, this is exactly as you'd expect Orange to be. And this is exactly how I remember Orange being in the game as well. I remember him flying towards me with his creepy arms and legs doing this, being quite scared for my life, quite honestly. This absolutely petrified me, and I just wanted it to go away. But that's besides the point, because this is not actually what we're here for. This is just new, so I thought I'd show you the Orange. But what we want is obviously the character, which is black. Now, I've mentioned this just like a few minutes ago. Black is the character, but not only is he a character that suits the game, he also flies, which makes him extra creepy. So let me just reset out this character. And what we're going to do is go and change his character, and I'll go and take us to some bright lights so you can get a decent look at him. So it's going to be difficult to see bits on him, but that doesn't matter, because what we can do is go and find somewhere so you can have a look at him. So I will see you in a second. So as I usually do, once I've chosen the character that I want to be, I come to Suspects, because I need to get a drink before I obviously continue and reveal the character, because otherwise I get too thirsty. So bear with me a second. So what we got here is the character. I'm going to just run over to the green floor, which is just over here, because what this does is make it much easier to see obviously the avatar we are now, especially where he's a dark colour, and the dark colour will kind of match all of what we got here, which doesn't really help anyone. So let's get onto here, and like yellow, this should kind of make it easier to see. So in 3, 2, 1... boom! This is the character that we have, and to make it extra creepy, he floats, and if you really annoy him, he flies really, really fast, almost like a torpedo or a bullet to come towards you. But what I like most about this particular character is the style of it. Now, I know with yellow, he kind of had like cylinder pieces, a bit like purple's body, as in like the main body of purple had like the little kind of cylinder pieces pushed together. Well, the arms and the legs are very similar into that style, as well as the body. It's just like a big old barrel, effectively. But what really works is that it floats. It's obviously black as a texture, which could fit that as a, I don't know if you want to call it as like a final boss, or maybe just a monster that's like on the final stage, but he's got glowing eyes as well, which would be a fantastic way to kind of see him from a distance. Now, you know you've got the level where you've got the power cut, and obviously at that point you can't see anything. It's dark, you use your torch or your flashlight to see where you're going and to try and not get caught. Now, imagine doing that, and then you're obviously just heading around as you are, and then bang! White lights on the eyes come towards you, and at that point, you've got to try and run before this particular particular monster decides to get you, or creature, however you'd like to call it. Now, with the actual animations on this, we've got obviously a standing pose, which is just, if you floated around like this would be pretty kind of creepy because it's just like a moderate walk. It's just like a glide. He's not really thinking too much about it. It's not like he's got a purpose to try and get you. The other animations we've got for this character is almost looks like a full animation at this point. What we've got here, we've got obviously the running animation, which is just floating very, very fast. And then we've got a leap forward. Nothing too exciting, not too dissimilar to this one really, just a bit higher up. And then you've got this, which is the lounge position. That's what I'm calling it, where he's just chilling out. Or he's laughing. Now that could be something, if he's just caught someone and he's doing this could be him laughing. But basically that sums up this character here, this one here, which I think could be a really good candidate for Rainbow Friends. I don't know if you agree or not, but let me know in the comments below because I'm really interested to know and hear what your thoughts are with this character. More importantly, different theories, because at this point in time we've still got white, but there might be a potential rainbow. Think of it as like an all-in-one boss where you've got like an, I don't know, like an ultimate blue that's completely different colors. I mean, something like that would absolutely be crazy. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. As you can see, a lot of you guys watch the video and you comment, which is really cool, but you haven't subscribed. And as always, I will catch you in the next video. Bye!